Today's episode is with a co-founder who worked her way through the advertising and marketing maze and discovered her passion to implement B2B marketing strategies. Starting her agency only a few years ago, she now leads a growing team of 14 people to develop diverse services like virtual assistants, a marketing school, and media production. Always bringing her unique style and vision to help brands succeed, and one of the hardest working entrepreneurs I know in Dubai. Alexandra, welcome to Failures and Beyond.
Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me. I'm excited, and as I mentioned, it's my first experience, so...
Exciting. I love it when I have a newbie, because I'm like, you know what? I love the story that you're going to be sharing, and I just want you to be you. So you need to relax. And just, this is an experience that we're going to go through together. And I love the fact that you're here and you're just one of my favorite people.
Now even hearing the introduction that just happened, it feels like, is it me?
Really? Yes, it's you, sweetie. It's very much you.
Years ago, it sounds different. It's a new experience just to hear things that you have done and, maybe reflect on this. I think this podcast is something like this, reflection.
100%. And to be honest with you, this experience can be quite, I don't want to use the word therapeutic, but it can be, because you are reflecting on your past experiences on your journey, which maybe sometimes you haven't done before. So the questions that I have are because I'm interested to know, how did you work your way through the journey so far? And it's only been a short journey so far. Yeah. So you've gone through so much in such a short period of time, which is why the story is so fascinating to me.
Great. Happy to share.
Yay! Okay, so I'm excited. I'm really, really looking forward to just having a conversation with you. So I want to jump right into it. Your journey has been interesting just because you have that real hard work ethic and you are very determined. I'm really interested by people's intentions of why they start their business. So if we can start with, why did you start RMS and what is the problem that it's solving?
Yeah, so the story is very organic, I would say, because it was simple as that. I delivered a baby, and then I had my permanent job, which I was working. It was very nice, but then immediately you need to have a double salary to compensate the cost of a kid in Dubai. So I was in the complete shock. And personally, I was going through the very bad divorce and with lots of outcome out of this. And my finances from the small mid-range manager position, immediately I was having the bills that I cannot pay, that I couldn't pay. So then when you're young and when you're a new mom, your brain start to function absolutely differently. And then you have hundreds of ideas, you have hundreds of things to try. So I started to do the part-time first with universities. I was doing the business classes. From these business classes and small workshop that I was invited, I started to have inquiries. People start to ask me to consult them, to set up the marketing for them. And I was like, okay. Some needs started to appear. Then I started to have my permanent job and 2 projects that I was handling on the outsourced basis. So it was 2. And then I started to have 3 and 4, and I was that, and the kid. And then I called my best friend, Vlad. I said, Vlad, I need someone who has the same set of skills. For example, when we started in our universities, we have design, we have motion design, we have copywriting, we have press release, we have marketing. This is how we graduated from our universities. So I need someone who has the same set of skills that me and I can trust. Because if I give someone a project to share with me, I need to know that this person will not take it.
Sure.
And, I was new, I was young, I didn't know what to do. So he said, are you crazy? And Vlad has a position of the managing director of the retail chain for the big sport club, hockey club. He said, are you crazy? No. So in 1 year,
Vlad said no when
he was thinking that I'm crazy. Because, the pricing that for our project that we used to take in that time, it cannot cover the expenses of life, like to pay the bills and everything. He said, no.
Yeah.
So then in one day he called me, he said, I bought the tickets. I said, no. He said, yes. So, yay! Wow. So he came and we started to share with him my projects that I had, sharing these small fees 50-50. This is till now, we have the same approach. We're sharing everything 50-50.
Beautiful.
Whatever comes from him, whatever comes from me, it always to the pocket of RMS. First, we cover the expenses of RMS, whatever left, we share 50-50. So it was a very nice experience. We learned a lot. We understood that what we are given on the market is not available yet, because the approach that we had in our university, it was new. So we were studying in EARLY University, and they launched a new program which was accredited by UNESCO.
Okay.
So, and we were like a holistic specialist who can handle advertising or marketing department. So if it's only me or it's only Vlad, we can handle the whole marketing without any agency. So we understood that it's not that common in the UAE. So when we took the project, people pay us very small fee, but we close all the marketing needs for them. We grow. So people start to spread the word. We were selling and doing the execution ourselves. We attended all the networking events in the UAE, giving our business cards and, this is us, this is us, this is us. So we started to grow step by step. And this is how it started. But we didn't form the company from the day one. We tested it first. And we were trying to select the partners for it. We were trying to get something that, we can have a mix of the services. But then for example, like web development and everything, then we understood that it simply didn't work because we know what we do. And we believed in the value of Marketing 360 to be outsourced. Because you can outsource it, pay much less, you don't have any risk, you don't pay the visa, overheads. First of all, when you're hiring, even if you hire a marketing manager in-house, even the payment is less. How you can assure that the person is capable of handling the marketing for your company? And we in that moment, both of us, we had experience handling different type of businesses because we were headhunted by different companies. Second, we were managing the agencies. I used to work before in the outdoor printing company in the agency. So I dealt with lots of clients. And Vlad was working in the printing agency for the polygraphy. So he knows also his things, his strengths in handling different type of the clients. So we had some experience what worked. We knew some case studies. So what we know couldn't reflect and couldn't match to any of our potential partners. Let's say what we were trying, like for example, web development didn't work at all because it's a different thing, different from what we want. And especially when they want just to sell the product, which being the website in that case, we couldn't match it because it was going against the marketing vision. And it doesn't match. We couldn't deliver it in the right way professionally, so we stopped it. And we were very like these honest guys who say, oh, we can do it, let's do it. And then we understand that we are actually bringing sales and marketing for the companies from the very low budget that they couldn't even thought about it. It was new for them. We spent a lot of time explaining to clients what are we doing, because for them why the person who is just coordinating with the agencies. We said no, we don't need. We can do it. We can do it. We were doing the designs ourselves. We were doing the animation ourselves. We were doing shootings ourselves, editing and everything, organizing the small events for the networking for all our projects to have the leads for them and the sales. And that's how we developed maybe the strategy what we are still doing till today, because maybe the program that we're writing for our clients is bringing the result.
I love that. So the initial reason you started is because you needed to have that additional income.
Yeah.
And for that purpose, you started to realize I need to find what I'm really good at and what there is a need in this market for. And you match those two, and that's how you started.
Yeah.
And the trust that you have in Vlad, I think that's one of the most important things.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it alone, for sure.
This is really fascinating because you weren't ready to do it on your own, but you had that person that you trusted.
And also, I think it's very important to know what are you strong at. So my strengths mainly is in sales and network, because I was in that time already living maybe 7 or 8 years in the UAE. And Vlad was new, but Vlad is the person of operations, execution, solutions, that, you have a question or a problem with the client, he can resolve it. And I was more about bringing this client. Till today, we still have the same approach. So I'm the one who brings the client to set up the proper execution, to assign the team, to control how the things are working for the client is with him.
What would you say has been the most challenging part of your entrepreneurial journey so far?
At the moment, from the day one till today, it's a money collection. You can sell, you can execute, you can deliver. The life in the UAE show us that it's great to have the business here, but it's very difficult to retrieve the money, especially when you're SME or if you're a startup. What could you do with for example, a client owes you 5 to 10,000 dirham bill. For us, sometimes it's a critical, maybe it's my salary, maybe it's a salary of my employee.
Sure.
So to collect this money, it's a challenging story. And when you get to discover what you can do to collect this money, you realize that you cannot do anything. The only thing that you have two options: to follow up, which we do, or to give up. It took us so much psychological works inside to learn sometimes to give up. Because if you go in the big conflict with these people who decided not to pay you, you can have a conflict inside yourself. Yeah. You will destroy yourself, you will destroy your well-being, and you cannot grow further because you will stay in the negativity because someone didn't pay. We have a rule in the company: we pay to everyone, like no matter what. Even if our clients didn't pay to us, we pay for the employees. If the client failed us to pay to the contractors, we pay for it. So maybe with a delay sometimes, but we pay. We sort out everything, and we learned it hard way. But yeah, money collection till today is a challenging. We have a good clients, so some of them, the majority of them, I would say, they pay on time, but there are those who decided not to pay and just disappear. And we have those, the bigger clients, the bigger challenges with them to collect the money because they have the protocols, they have the system to follow up, and there is also the manpower involved, also the man factor, I would say. Some of them, they miss the email, some of them. So it's a dedication to collect the money. It's a strategy to do so.
So tell me then, when do you decide, okay, we're going to let this one go, we're not going to follow up anymore?
When we understand that the client will not pay. You know.
So how many times do you follow up with them? Is there a period of time
2 to
or a
3
number
months,
of times?
maybe 2 to 3 months. We will still believe, we still hope that the client will pay. We'll try to reach out with different means and try to say, hey, please, I mean, this is nothing that I hate this moment. It devastated me. If I send reminders 2 to 3 times, I feel very bad and the day is wasted for me because I don't like to ask for the things that has been done. I mean, it's not a charity things. It's not something.
You provided the service. You should get paid. Yeah, sure.
But I would say 2 to 3 months we would do the follow-ups. If the client didn't pay, we will just let it go. But of course, we will not work with this client anymore, of course, and we will make sure that our recommendations will get to know that be very careful with this particular company because there is a risk of non-payment.
That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
The collection of payment is not an easy process here. And I think sometimes I remember back in the UK, there is a entity where you can actually go to small claims court if there is a certain value that you are waiting for someone to pay you. But here, I think, like you said, even 5 to 10,000, it doesn't seem like a big amount. But if you have a few pending, and that actually is going towards your salaries or whatnot, it does add up. And I think people don't realize that they must be thinking to themselves, what's 5,000 to this company? But if a few of your clients are doing that, and it's going to have an adverse reaction, I think the understanding for your clients to know that you have provided a service, you've matched your responsibilities, now it's over to them. But I realized that, because I had the same thing. And when I was doing consulting years ago, I was charging like 10,000 for one report that I did, and it was like a 2-month project. I asked for 50% in advance, so I got the 5,000. The remaining 5,000, it took me about 6 months. I think it's the worst thing I hate to do is to follow up on payment.
You know why? Because I call this process that you need to prove that you are good. I call this for me that I need to justify that I did good things, that maybe person think that I'm bad or I did something bad. I need to say, no, I was good. I did this one. Can you please pay me? And oh no, this is like takes all my soul out and I'm completely devastated. I'm wasted. I cannot focus on anything positive or anything out of that. But it's something that you say someone needs to take the responsibility, and we try to be very responsible in the money collection ourselves. So we check who can be more right for this role for each project, because it's good that we are two. Sometimes I'm good policeman, sometimes Lat is good policeman.
Good backup.
So we diversify these things. So I hate it. I understand how it is. Especially we have the same. We have 50% advance payment for the first month. And then it's the client right to pay or not to pay. And there is a process here in the UAE that you pay, there is in DED, you can complain. But it also costs around 2,500, and sometimes the value of the project, whether is the same or a little bit more, so you need to invest something that you didn't receive yet, and you're not sure if you will get it. So it's sometimes like
I think it takes away more of your energy and your focus.
True.
If you're trying to chase the client to pay you the money, because ultimately, if they actually do say to you, I am going to pay you, but just please bear with me. Maybe they haven't been paid for something.
Exactly.
Then they just have to be honest with you. And if they don't have that level of conversation, you just have to decide, you know what? I'm not going to spend any more time and energy on this. I will never work with them again, but I just need to know when to cut my losses.
This is what we do. But again, it didn't come...
Doesn't come easy.
Yeah, easy.
No. And it's a hard pill to swallow,
Yeah, difficult. And you always remember that,
Yeah. I remember the guy, he paid me 50%, which is only 5,000. And then once I delivered the report and I was following up for the remaining 5,000, he never replied to me. He wasn't responding to me.
Yeah.
And I had this as a referral that a friend of mine had told me, this is a client, he could be really good for you. He's based in India. He wants to come into the UAE. Yeah. And I did more than what was agreed in the scope of work.
Course.
But when I actually did nail him down and just send him a message after 6 months, and I just was so honest about it, I said, I have a feeling you're not going to pay me. So I just want to know why. And funnily enough, he responded and he said, I didn't feel that you finished the sales report. I said, is this dude delirious? I wasn't supposed to do sales for him. It was a market research report to understand if this is a suitable market for you to come and invest to set up. There was no sales process in this. And I said, here is a flashback to the scope of work. I really don't understand where you are misunderstanding this. So he used that as an excuse. And I sent him a very polite, please don't ever contact me again. I wish you the very best. I don't need your money anymore. I'm done. And I closed the chapter because I realized after that long time, like 6 months, he's certainly not going to pay me, but I needed to have closure.
Yeah.
And that was a learning that I understood. When it takes that long, like after a few months, if they're not going to respond, they're not going to pay.
Exactly.
Cut your losses. Just it's a hard pill to swallow, but move on. And I think you've learned that too.
Same, absolutely, 100% same scenarios. We have clients who don't respond. They try to delete the chats. They try to delete some messages. They try to send something, but they accept. But, it's again, if you want to go legally with them, you can prove that they did something wrong because there is acceptance form. There is something that you utilize and everything. But will you go waste your energy with that? No. If, for example, if we would have a big department and we will have hundreds of people working for us, maybe yes. Money is the money, we earned it and everything. But we're the one who does the sales and management and everything.
Well, it's a lesson learned. If you can recall that game-changing failure, and what I mean by that is the experience that made you say to yourself, never again. Would you say it was possibly this lack of honesty and transparency when people didn't pay? Or was it something that came up and you said, I'm never going to do this again?
It all together. So there was a project that we got ourselves in that actually made us lost so many things: confidence, partners, employees, money, and lots of lesson learned, as you say, and never again. That's exactly the story. So, and mistakes from our side. Of course, it cannot be only the client mistakes from our side. We did not record, we didn't sign lots of documents that's supposed to be signed in that moment. There was not enough document control. Majority of the things were just said verbally, not in writing. Now we have a very strict policy of minutes of meeting, things that when you meet, you reconfirm, reassure in writing, yes, okay, proceed, and everything. We keep the track on every single thing that we do for any client and the projects right now. But in that time, we said, we were young, we were eager, the project was very big, we got so much excited, we wrote the whole program and the project ourselves from A to Z. We invested our own money because we said that we thought that we might be a partner on this project, but we didn't agree on this. We didn't sign anything. We didn't sign what is the commitment from every party. So we got excited and we were working so hard for that, days and nights, and there were so many requirements also to download or upload the materials in the midnight, to wake up, to work with a team who were living in a different time zone. So it was also a challenge. So, and it was completely messed up project that drained the power of the whole team, drained. The client didn't pay. The client did not invest the money. We invested the money. We lost it. And we were in the debt that we paid within 1 year still.
Wow.
Like it took us 1 year to close the payment for that. So that was a lesson, a huge lesson, and lies and betrayal. And but still legally we could prove the things legally because we still had something to say, but it would take a lot of negativity work, and in that time it was very, very difficult. And it was the time, you know, when you need to pay all the bills and the utilities and license and everything. So we were, me and Vlad, sitting thinking what to do. We were in the stage to think whether we close down and go to find a job, because what could we do? We were like,
it's very early on, so you will have that conversation with yourself.
And then we sit down and said, okay, we can cover the mess that we have created from our own remaining funds. So we did. I sold the car, Vlad sold some of the properties and everything. So we put the money back to RMS, and we paid them. We made some debts plan with everyone. We covered everything that we owed or anything on behalf of the client. We did it all, close everything in a positive note with everyone. And it made us stronger, I would say, because right now we learned lots of things. Huge learning, and reputation, of course, is still over there. We know who we are and we know how we do the things. And there was a moment where we need to think whether we respond back, because there was a possibility to respond back, or to leave it as it is. We were discussing it every day. What shall we do with the things that we have? And we have so much, you know, like a box of negativity that we can shoot back. We didn't do it. Because
it takes a lot not to...
Yeah, we were thinking about it every day, discussing, yes, okay, today we said, okay, let's do it. Let's, you know, do the revenge. And let's, you know, what is that for? We didn't do anything wrong. Why? So much why? And there was also a conflict in the company, because employees who worked for this project, they were drained. They didn't actually want to continue working with us, you know. I understand. We had a partner who's supposed to develop a studio, right? He said, guys, you don't have any money, right? How we can develop anything? So some of the project they dropped that we're supposed to develop. So we're like, what to do? And then it was again me and Vlad, you know, and like in the old good days without the money and with the debt, what to do? Lots of tears, lots of stress, but we made it up. Now we have a document control, we have the progress control, we have a communication control. We check it from our project managers. We don't do these mistakes ourselves. We sign everything, and we don't invest any dirham to the projects of our clients, because it's not our company.
Sure.
We thought that we did it. Like, you know, we invested that. We thought, wow, let us try. Let us do that one so we can be a partners. We can, you know, we are a partner. We were so naive, I would say, to the point that someone just used us.
Yeah.
It's fine. It happened. We know that. Now we are not that naive. Now we can, for any contracts that we have, we are screwing the things, we're checking out, we make sure that we get paid. And in case someone threatens us with something, we know what are our rights.
Right.
And we know how to back up ourselves.
That's a big learning.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not easy to go through, but I mean, at least you come out of it. You've got certain protocols in place now, which is helping your business move forward.
It moved us.
Wow, that's big.
6 to 8 months back, this situation. So we didn't grow. We were still paying the debts.
Yeah. That's a huge, burden to carry. But the fact that you didn't just wash your hands of it and think, well, we did it, thinking that we're going to be partners, we're not, so therefore it's not our debt anymore, and just, wash your hands of it. You didn't do that. I think that again goes to validate that you are very honest in what you're doing, and your ethics and values are very strong and grounded to the point where you were betrayed in a way, but you are not going to betray the people that you said you were going to pay. So that itself, I mean, you set yourself back a lot, but you still followed through with your commitment.
We were in these situations. I know when I need to pay, for example, the nurseries
Sure.
or to buy the grocery, and are you expecting the small sum of money, 500 dirham, sometimes the freelancers or someone take,
Sure.
this money is the money for life.
Yeah.
You cannot fail someone who is expecting money from you.
Sure.
This for
I
me,
agree.
it's, no,
Yeah.
we were in this situation. We were living, we know that if we receive a little bit, it was just the money for food for us when we were recovering and everything. And
Yeah.
no.
That's huge. I mean, again, it goes to if you have ethics and values, it reflects in your choices. And your choices were clear in that you want to make sure that what happened to you doesn't happen to other people.
It's true.
That you weren't going to have that, domino effect.
Especially those who are especially under our umbrella, I would say, we're like, they call us RMS mom and RMS dad.
Aww.
Yeah, so we are like with our kids.
I love that. It's a little family.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a growing family.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you the benefit of hindsight. If you know everything that you know now, all the lessons learned, going back to the day when you decided, I'm going to reach out to Vlad and say, let's do this. How would you have done things differently?
It's an interesting question. I don't think that I can change much myself. That I would do a bit quicker expansion. We were very scared to hire people, to delegate. This was a very challenging journey for us because we like to do things ourselves. We were trained for it. Our mind was like this, to only do the things ourselves. We know it. We know to delegate and to leave someone and to hire and to bring and to be worried about the commitment to pay the salaries. That was a killer for us. We were so much scared to hire people. It was a very long journey for us that we were 2 to 3 people. That's it. We were scared to have this path. But now I would say send the message to myself: hire immediately, train, hire, bring the team on board who have the same value, who would respect, who will grow with you. They will be your growth. Not only the growth is not in you; it's on them.
I love that. So then, having that journey where you have been hiring, and it's only a few years, but you've been growing the business, you've been growing your team, you've got 14 people now. What would you say are the most important things to look out for when you are hiring?
Soft skills, because you can train and you can, like our industry is very new, I would say. The things that we do is different than what is available. And even if you think that the person comes from the experience, they don't have this experience that we have. So we have the experience that me and Vlad has. So we train them daily how to make things go. And we are selecting them by soft skills. Only if they can listen, if they can adopt, if they can live the same lifestyle. After sometimes they speak the same language that we do.
Sure.
It takes them 6 months and then...
Like they're clones.
Sometimes like we say, like they text this one, or is it me? It feels like our text and everything.
Yeah.
Nice. So we were feeling happy in that moment. But soft skills, we don't have, Vlad maybe more, he's technical guy, he will check more about the techniques that the platform that or something like this. For me, no, I go for the heart, the value, and I would say people who are hungry for work, those who are need to work, who has their family commitment or something like this, we prefer, I think, such kind of people because they are quicker to acquire. They will be scared to make the mistake.
Yeah.
So because they know if they don't work, they will not get paid. This is how the system is in our company. You get paid for the projects that you handle. That's why they want to have more projects. They want to have more responsibilities. They want to know how the things are set up and how it's done in our company. So that is the same vision. So we are getting paid for the work that we are doing. So if you're here to have more work and to do the good things over there, you're growing, you're having more money, and this is where we put the motivation. So
that the team are all, again, a word you don't like, but they're all aligned to the same purpose.
Yeah.
That you are committed to the team, to the clients that you're working on their projects, but you deliver and you will get paid.
Yeah, true.
So it's very clear. No matter whether you get paid or not, they will get paid.
They will get paid, true.
Yeah.
But also it's not always that we have the same vision with our staff that we are hiring, but with all of them, we're always in the positive note.
I like that.
So
beautiful.
We let them go with ease.
I want to know, what's the best advice you've been given that's helped you keep going?
Ask the help when you need. So it's very difficult and it seems very simple, but not everyone is ready and can ask for help when they need. Some people, especially when you do your startup or some small business, small project even, it cannot be a business. It's difficult to ask for help or you say advice or anything, but actually it's the best thing that you can do for yourself because there are people who say, look, don't go there. This is the guy, call him tomorrow, he will help you out. And maybe the problem that you think at that stage is the size of the universe can be resolved within one call. But it's
so true.
Psychologically difficult to implement this one. Now, if we need anything, we call. We call our PRO service, we call our accounting, we call our friends, we call family, we call whoever said, look, we have this situation. Do you have experience? Do you know what to do? Oh, you can try this one. Or even if they don't know the solution, they might give you the idea where to check it.
I mean, it saves you time ultimately.
Yeah.
If you're trying to, and I think, again, the resilience that we are ingrained with when we are seeing people who are, I can do this, I can make it a good, that resilience is great to motivate you. But if you don't manage it, it will start to create a toxicity in as far as you will then think, I have to be able to fix all the problems myself. And you will going to be drained.
Yeah.
So if you can just realize and learn to say, this one is not my thing that I can solve. I'm going to ask for help. Asking for help, I think it's quite a difficult thing to do, either when you're just starting out or when you're in that growth phase to just say, I need help.
Yeah. We didn't ask when we were in the beginning. There were two of us, but we learned our own way. If we would ask help in that stage, maybe some situations will be sorted out. For example, even with this document control or how to set up the accounting process right now. You don't know this. You know, we learned it ourselves how to make it, but there are people who are expert in that. And even sometimes they're ready to share the knowledge without like big sum or anything. They say, look, guys, just check this, and that. And you can try to start figure out yourself.
Just ask for help.
But we didn't do it in the beginning.
Well, it's another learning, see? Alexandra, I could easily talk to you for such a long time. And we usually do. Whenever we're either at an event or we're just networking, we pull aside and we just have a conversation. But I want to wrap up with one simple question. What's next for Alexandra and RMS?
I would say market expansion. We were talking about it a lot, but we didn't release anything else. And maybe a new product development. We are, I think, ready right now since we have lots of projects. We know how the kitchen inside. So we want to develop RMS project that we will promote. We are checking right now what is reflecting to our interest, to our ideas, what could be the RMS baby as a product on the market. Of course, we're going to do it together with Vlad. Of course, we will enroll our team also for this, but we want to have something which is not RMS umbrella, our product, but catered by us. And new markets, maybe Europe, maybe KSA, maybe some other countries that we have this in mind. Whenever we will have the opportunity to catch it with the right partners and the right team, we will go for it. I think we are saturated with the Dubai and the market over here. We did the new market expansion to Abu Dhabi. So we had the presence over there, but maybe something else, something different to try. We're going to do it, and the new product. Whatever comes first, I don't know. You know, we are full of ideas. It depends on where we will find the right moment, right resources, right team. You know, when everything comes together, say, let's go for it, we will do it.
I love that. That's a beautiful vision to have moving forward, market expansion. I wish you the very best. I know you guys are going to smash it with whatever you do because that's the attitude that you have with everything that you start.
It's a compliment.
I love seeing you guys. Like really, whenever I see you, I'm like, hi guys. It's just like seeing family. And the energy you bring to an event you're at or whatever project you're doing or just us having a conversation and we're just chatting together. I really honestly know and believe that you guys are going to do amazing things.
Thank you so much.
And I believe in you guys. I think there's so much more that I want to just extract from you and your experience. So I need to have you again. But maybe, you know, once you have expanded and you've broken through a few new markets, then I can have you on again and share your experiences. But in the meantime, I wish you the very best. And thank you again for sharing your story.
Thank you so much. It's absolutely different experience for me. And I think I'm going to rewatch all the videos myself. Say, is it us? Is it us? Is it us? It's such a new things. I'm excited, nervous a little bit over here, but I think it's good opportunity for the companies to look at themselves from the different angle. This is at least what I feel today. And thank you so much for all these compliments. It's really touching.
Well, everything I say is from the heart. It's honest. And I think you've been pretty brave to put yourself in the seat where usually you're putting your clients there.
Exactly. So that's a different thing for me, because usually I'm behind the camera, say, you can do it.
You can do it. And I was saying to you, Alexandra, relax. You got this.
I'm usually the person who is calming the client. And then after couple of questions, they start to do it. But it's a new experience for me. And
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was something that you actually enjoyed as well. I've enjoyed having conversation with you as always. And I'm just excited to see your journey moving forward. Thank you again for sharing.
Too. I don't know what comes.
We don't know what comes next, but at least you've experienced so much. You've learned from those failures that you've gone through. It's only going to help you moving forward. And again, you sharing it with people who haven't had those experiences is going to help them. So thank you again for being brave enough to come here and share your failure stories.
Good luck to everyone.
I'm going to be watching you because you've got big things coming up.
Same. Stay in touch.
Yes, we will. Great. Thank you everybody for tuning in. That was Alexandra sharing her story. And there's far more amazing experiences that I know she's going to have coming again. I'm going to invite her along to be another guest. But in the meantime, just stay tuned. We've got a lot more exciting episodes coming up for you. So thank you for tuning in. Tasjil.ae are the fastest growing UAE domain and hosting provider. Exclusive only to FabDXP subscribers, benefit from 50% discount on their hosting services by using the promo code FabDXP. Just visit tasjil.ae and you can elevate your online presence.